Good afternoon. So let me introduce our special guest today, Nard Elsman. He's our special partner from New Zealand, and he will speak today about his very interesting company, which called Diamond FMS, and today he will introduce his company and will speak much more. What does it mean to be this company, and also what does it mean to work with Diamond FMS products, because it's very important, especially when you have a business or startups, so you can use these tools. So Diamond FMS is very popular, and I think it can have very big influence into your future career life, and especially your financial or accounting projects.
Thank you, Natalia. The first day at school?
No,
Second day? Oh, okay. First was shit, huh? Well, we started cooperating with Concordia University in 2013, 14. I taught a lot of you guys, your previous students over the years. And due to COVID-19 and due also to our own development, we decided that we don't teach anymore. We think you can learn for yourself. New economy. Yes? So, teaching is old school. Learning stage. Yes? Spoke to Natalia about what new students do. New students are processing data. A lot of data. At fundamental stage. So you still have to learn what you do with the data. Anybody knows what is a bookkeeping? 1C? Ring a bell?
One more time, please.
1C. Do you know 1C?
Yeah, sure.
1S?
Yeah.
What is it?
Program.
For accounting.
Data.
Take away your mouth. I can't hear you. Take away your mouth. If you speak, take it down.
I said this is a special software program for keeping data.
Yes, it's a bookkeeping program. So, and it is a market share in Ukraine, I think, about 90%. So the chance if you graduate from this university somehow, somewhere, sometime, into your own hands, then you work in the company, and the company will process its financial data in a system, its bookkeeping system, and the chance is this one has 90%, because that's the market share of the company in Ukraine. Every company has a bookkeeping. Do you know why? Why does a company have a bookkeeping? To store data.
Because the government want to track all the income and expenses from the company.
Welcome. Oh, you can sit in the front. You're late. Hey, here.
Okay.
I reserve 30 free for late coming. Hello.
Okay.
Here. That's your title. Thank you. It's all about structure and being in control. I said, control. So, again, we're not talking about you. What you said makes sense. I want to hear it again.
Yeah, because the government want to track the company income and expenses to see like the books, they should be clear and not no black backing.
Black money.
Black money, yeah.
That's something they know about in Ukraine a lot.
Unfortunately.
And also for company, like for own company tracking his own expenses and income in easy to know, easy to understand program is very easily.
Yes.
It's easy to control, easy to find any useful, any needed information through the program.
Yeah. Both answers totally 100% good. So on one side, bookkeeping is stated by law. And you need to pay taxes of your profit, and this profit is being calculated by accounting rules. And accountants need a system, it's called the bookkeeping system. They probably use from it an annual report, their financial figures, and there from that, the tax office calculates the taxes you have to pay. That's one side of the story. The other side of the story, what you say, just to know what you're doing in your company. Are you earning money or not? So you track your income and expenses. And if you have a lot of people running around in your company and you do a lot of stuff, you don't know if you do well. Why is that? That if you have a company, you don't know immediately if you're doing well or not well financially. How is that? Why is that? Again, you do? Yeah.
Yeah, because there are so many expenses you need to cover that you often don't know, like for the salaries paid, for the some goods you're buying to sell it after or to produce something.
Yeah.
So the costs, you're not the one who knows the cost. So to find out if the business is profitable or loss, you should.
You're in the right angle. So what's happening, if you have a small company, you see the bills you have to pay. Look at the bills, a small company. You can calculate them. The turnover, people have to pay you. You can see the difference, so you know more or less if you're financially in control, that you can pay your debts. Your company is growing. Your billing payment is not always today I get the bill, tomorrow I pay it. No, sometimes these bills are being delayed. 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 24 weeks. But also your clients pay you also later. So you can't look anymore at your bank account if you're profitable or not. Your bank account is just a coincidence. It's the coincidence of bills you just have paid, or you had to pay because people started calling you and you pay my bill. And the coincidence when your clients are starting to pay you. Sometimes they call you up, very nice product, but we don't have any money, we pay in 2 weeks or in 2 months, or even in half a year. So your liquidity, your bank account, gives you not information anymore if you're doing well. So you can have a high bank account and your company is totally fucked up. You can have a low bank account while you're very profitable, just of the coincidence if you have paid all your bills or not, and if your debtors, so the people you sold your goods to or your services to, have paid you in time. So there's a whole mechanism. So then I come back to Diamond. This whole mechanism is being simulated. Everybody knows Excel? Yeah?
Sure.
Yes. Bill Gates too?
Yes.
He didn't know that. So Bill Gates with Microsoft, they built Microsoft Office. One component is Excel. And there you can make your calculation in a spreadsheet. Yes. The whole point is then you can simulate your calculation in a spreadsheet, but every time you have to control your formulas. There's one more problem. If you want to simulate your bookkeeping in a spreadsheet, what's the first problem your account that occurs? Any idea? Did anyone of you try to make a forecast, financial prognosis, somewhere in your education already?
Well, not yet.
Not yet?
Yes.
Yes, I know it's coming, eh? That scary thing is coming, eh? So you have to know what are costs and what are spendings. And you have to know what are costs which are not spendings. And you have to know what are investments which are not costs. And you have to pay your VAT, which is also not cost deductible. And then you have to calculate your net worth. And you have to calculate your profit. So it's a whole mechanism. In this mechanism you have to know by heart, otherwise you can't make a forecast. You need this knowledge, this accountancy knowledge, this bookkeeping knowledge to make a forecast. Well, I have good news for you. We built that system already. So you don't have to make, when you want to make a forecast feasibility study, to first learn by heart all the accountancy rules. Not necessary. We provide you with a system that does it already for you. You only have to give in the numbers on the right places. So that's new school, eh? Just use it. Same, let's say, do you know a car? Yes, I know a car. Do you want a car? Yes, I want a car. Build it. Okay, I said, no way. So nowadays you go to a shop, say, I want a car. Okay, you get the number, you have to pay have a system to make a forecast? No? Yes. Again, do you want to have a system to make a forecast calculation?
Yeah.
Sure.
Almost. And try it one more time. Yeah. Do you want to have a system to make a financial forecast calculation?
Sure.
Yeah. Good. I will give it to you. Yeah. I will give it to you. And that's the foundation of our cooperation with Austin University. So we give you guys the chance to get experience in making a financial forecast. And making the financial forecast like just driving a car. You learn how the car functions. We don't learn you how we build it, because you're not following accountancy school.
No.
So we learn you how to use it. So like you buy a car, you lease a car, you're being taught how it works. You don't have to pay for it, that's the best part. The only thing we ask for you, like the guy said, here's your car, don't trash it. Yeah. We say, use our software, but don't waste our time. Use it, invest your time in it, and take it seriously. Like you take a car which you rent it or buy from somebody else, take it seriously, because it's a one-time opportunity. Do you know how you get it? I help you here. And there are, can somebody help me with the login?
Тест 2020.
Okay. Incorrect. Right.
Язык русский.
Okay. Do you why I make jokes with you? You know why? Because it helps you remembering this moment. That's why. So, the only thing which I want to remember you, which will provide it, is that you write down this link. Welcome. I have 2 shares. You almost missed the best part. But you missed a bit of the fun part. So, but your colleagues will interview you and there will be a video so you can look at it. What's your name?
Kate.
I can't hear you.
Kate.
Again?
Kate.
What's your name?
Sophia.
You learn fast. Welcome. Kate and Sophia, also please write down this link. www.diamondfms.com. If you type that in, you're coming to this website. It's in English and it's in Dutch. So if you want to improve your Dutch, look at it in Dutch. Okay? Good. So you look at it in English. On this website, our colleagues are being presented. The first thing which is very important is to download our software. Under the tab Try and Buy, you go to this link. Oh. I started wrongly. So under the tab Time Buy, you go to that link. Yeah. And you can download our software for free. That is not only for you, but it's for everybody available. The only difference between you and everybody is when the 90 days are over, and you write us an email, and you just state that you know Natalia, that's the password, I know Natalia, then your trial version will be prolonged per time in the future. In the future is the time that you're connected with Concordia. That's good. So if you push this button, I will not simulate it all the way because it's not so difficult. If you push the button, you go to a download. You don't have to pay anything. You can download the software. If there's a problem in the downloading, if you do it today, there's a problem because Microsoft Windows, that company of Mr. Bill Gates, he fucked me. Because he made an update over the weekend, so now the software doesn't install itself properly. So we will push a new build on the website this week, and then it goes around. So don't go today, but by the end of the week, next week, will be a new build online. Then you can install the software on your PC. If you have a Mac, it doesn't run. It runs on the Windows.
Yes, boy.
Yeah. Listen, if you have a cloud account, so if you have a Mac and you have a cloud account, and you install it on your cloud server, with Windows it runs as well. So, first solution is that you install a program on your Apple or your Mac that you can run Windows software. Everything is fine as well. Yeah? So that's how it goes. So when you have done that, then you go to the second step, and it's to learn. You push guided learning. So, you see here already that we are active also at startups. Nice company, by the way. But you go here. You go to e-learning. You can enroll yourself there. So if you push e-learning, then it asks you to make a profile. So you have to give in your name, who you are, where you study. It's important. If you don't do that, we can block you. So we always want to know who is following our courses for free. And you give yourself a password. Then you get an email with a confirmation link, like it's normally done in software land. When everything is nice, I have myself a lot myself already. Then you go to this page. This is our e-learning online page. There are several courses. So the first course which you start then is Getting Started Level A. This course is designed for you guys. So it helps that like you use an iPhone. Do you have iPhone? Telephone? You don't have a phone?
Yes, but not that.
Okay, when you have a phone, you have to switch it on and you push an icon and something happens, yes? Now in the same way we make that e-learning. So I'll show you here. So when you have enrolled yourself into that, welcome. You missed the fun part,
Yeah.
and you missed the small introduction,
Yeah, Mr. Small introduction.
but now you did not miss the e-learning because you just started there.
I got
So
you.
that's good, eh?
Yeah.
You can sit here, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can sit there.
If you allow me, I'll be happy to see it.
Good.
Right hand?
Yeah, if you want.
Thanks.
Next person sitting there. Good then. So you have first place.
It's great.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Dennis.
Dennis, welcome.
And your?
Nard.
No.
Nard. It's called from Benadou. Dennis.
Nard. Yeah.
There.
Elsman. Nard
10
Elsman.
10 points. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Dennis. There is a video, so you can look it back. Yeah, that's the good part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But you missed a few jobs.
I know, I'm so sorry for that.
Okay. Listen, Dennis, if you look at the video, you've been on the website, and then you enroll yourself to a course.
So I'll be able to watch it later.
Yes, and you have a lot of students who I can explain you now, because I got so much attention, so this knowledge is being filled in the brains of all these people here, so it's like history, right? Good part of it now. So what I was explaining now is that if you follow this course is being meant for persons who want to make a financial forecast don't have any accounting knowledge at all, underlined, at all. Yes. But they can calculate and not stupid. And they understand the process, what they want to do. So, and not to test your patience, we also decided to do it backwards. So first, we always present, if you follow the course module, what do you get out of it? Is it interesting? So you don't have to find out somewhere if it's interesting and then quit. No, you see if it's interesting, it's not interesting, you quit. It's much more efficient. If you think it's interesting, just follow the course or the module. Also, you can skip components. So what you know already, you just skip it. So we will not force you to go to boring pages which you already know. Yes? All to be efficient. So first we're saying, what do you expect? Well, we start here. And then the whole PDF there, from only 8 pages there, is presented. And that we say, welcome by the beginner's guide, and this lady is sitting there. It's not a fake picture, it's really real. Yeah? You can also call her. We tell you how it works, we tell you how you can download the templates, there's all links there, yes, which you can use in the system. How the lessons are built up, and all the material you need actually are quite efficiently presented to you itself. Yes. What it looks like if you walk.
Yeah.
Does somebody have a ventilator here?
I don't think it's a big problem. I think I'm just.
I can open the window for you.
If you can, yeah, great.
Open like this?
No, it's better.
Yeah?
Thanks.
Okay. Will it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Dennis is okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Dennis, here I show you a total startup business plan. So it's called Borrow My Bike. It's a parody on Rent a Bike. Yeah.
Sure.
So the idea was, I have one bike, let's have 2 bikes, I want to earn some money, so I rent out my bike. And then I need software, because somebody rents my bike and wants to see my bike is. Somebody needs to pay for it, so it's also related. And all these steps, all these financial, small and managerial steps here in the complexity when you want to have this activity up and running, is being presented in a business case. It's really fun to follow. So we present you, in the beginning of the course, the end result. How such a feasibility study looks like. This is not Dutch, this is blah blah text. Okay? So if you can't translate it. So we present it also to Spanish people, they can't read it as well. So it's not your problem, it's just blah blah. Okay? So the text is not relevant, but we show you how our business plan shows what's there, it's not blah blah, it's English. And there's a responsibility, and there's a lot of material there. It goes all the way down, and also figures. Guys, these figures are being presented and calculated in the Diamond system. This whole business plan is being run and produced by the system. That's what you're going to learn, if you want. Yeah? So, and then we go further in our course, and then say, okay, we go even further, we say, you have a profit loss account and a balance sheet. Yeah, these two. See that? So then we start getting boring. This is the most boring part, because balance sheet is very important to a lot of people. We say lesson 1, I don't go over the whole course, don't be afraid, but I just want to kickstart a little bit to get it running. Lesson 1, balance sheet. We explain here that you can download this PDF. It's more efficient. You can also read it online, but you can go down here. This is the best part.
To enter loans, I go to balance sheet and click on the folder long-term debts. Then I click on the folder loans. And here I can right mouse click and duplicate.
And we'll not play the whole video for you, don't be afraid. And just show you, if you have have the guts to push play, you listen for 1 minute to the video, it's explained what you have to do. So we teach you where to fill in the data you need for your billing plan. Yes. So if you download the software, you use the software, and you follow the curriculum, the course, we help you to place the figures on the right cells. We do it first for you, and then you do it after. It's not that. Can you please close that phone? Turn it. Next one, I kick out of the room. Okay. So that you're not stupid, but that we help you in filling out the data, because Diamond has a lot of structure. And give you the software good luck, it's not going to work. So we help you to discover the structure. By this discovery, you will start to understand what's the balance sheet, what folders are there, what's the profit loss account, and how it's connected. By filling in the data, the system starts to calculate for you. So you understand how financial figures are rolling through bookkeeping. And it's a visible process, and that helps you to get a feeling by that abstract, what's the EBITDA. That abstract was what is the working capital. That abstract, how does your liquidity develop itself. So all these abstract statements, you see more like playful, alive. And that helps you a lot with your learning curve. Yeah. And to put a cherry on your learning cake, we have also a lesson that Diamond can connect to your Excel file. So, if you have the creativity that you made some small calculation already in Excel about the process you want to calculate, the outcome can be connected to the system, and we just tell you and show you how this works. This here is an Excel sheet, yes, but the outcome we can import to Diamond. Don't even have to type it over. And if I change here the figures, the Diamond system will change itself, so it's alive. Very nice. And that will push your creativity. So what we try to do on a very basic way, to guide you in the light of accountancy, to let you feel how money runs through a company, and give you the feeling, I can do this. So, do you know what happens when you break your leg?
It hurts.
Yeah, if you do that, then
Yeah,
it's
it
painful,
hurts.
huh? Yeah. Yeah. So imagine that you have broken your leg. You don't have broken your leg, but it's a simulation that you have to do something. You think it's impossible.
Yeah.
So you broke your leg and say you have to run again. Say how? So first happens the healing process. Yes. Then you start walking. Then you start running. And then you start jumping. What happens if you do it the other way around? So if you broke your leg and you start jumping, what happens then?
You're just gonna fall.
No, you have a lot of pain.
Yeah, I know, but like I think you wanted to say that we gotta make everything like small step, and then you can do something bigger. Then if you just do it like try to put it on the maximum hardest level.
Yeah. You fall.
We can broke it
Yeah.
again.
Hmm?
We can broke it again.
Yes. It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
The metaphor is, and a lot of things in life are metaphors, and I love playing with them because you can remember them better and understand life as it works. So, in normal life, I'm a business consultant. So I help a lot of companies cleaning up shit. Sometimes companies are almost bankrupt and they call us and then we have to clean them up. And in the cleaning process, to make the company healthy, this entrepreneur thinks after 1 week I'm healthy again. And then we have to tell them, no, you are still in the recovery process. Slow down, get everything in order. And then be creative and then make money. So then we take the example, like an accident happened, you broke your leg. Then we teach these entrepreneurs first to learn how to walk properly. Because because in some process they broke the leg, they didn't have the skill of proper jumping, walking, whatever, because they broke the leg, that's fact. So that we don't want that they do it again, and we want them to be successful. So, we say that first, start learning to walk properly, then really start walking, then start running, and if you're able to do that, then you can start jumping over things without any problems. And the whole point is when you do it in the wrong way, things fuck up. So if you break your leg and you start with the jumping part, you will try it once and say, I will never walk again. No, of course not, because you skipped the whole process of improving yourself better. I use this metaphor to you guys as well. So if you start with this program and we go to the high level immediately, because if you enroll yourself in courses, there's also a course of accountancy. If you start there, it's like jumping on a broken leg. You quit within an hour. If you don't quit, you're a diehard 4. You can call me. I'm interested in diehard 4 people. They're rare. Yes. But normally people with skills, they start through the process. So they start with this, and then they go up to higher courses. I showed you already. Do it here right. That we have a lot of courses here, and a lot of universities are enrolled in these courses. And these are my courses, not have all courses. So this level 1 is a simple one. If you want to have the complicated one, this one. If you have guts, you may start with that one as well, but it would be rather smart to start here and then go to that one. And if that one is then also, then you go through professionals. Later in your education program, in the higher classes, higher levels, you will go to that level as well. Yeah. So, do yourself a favor, use the opportunity, just try it out. Any questions? Dennis?
I think it's totally clear.
Good. Good.
I have a question. What's the difference between like the most expensive version and like the free version, and will it will we be able to experience the program fully with the free version?
Yes.
Thank you.
The answer is yes. I can show you here as well. Because we have a premium version. What I did not tell, in the premium version we can go to consolidation. So consolidation means I have several companies who have 4 or 5 annual reports and they want to have the top one. And then you have to eliminate the transactions between the companies. That's way over your head. You don't need that for now. So that's in the premium in the one. Second one here is also BI. We are partners from Microsoft Power BI, but also from ClickView. The total software from ClickView, I don't know if you know it, is under the hood as well. But we don't open it here because then we go in business intelligence. That's way further. That's I have a company, I understand my financials, I can calculate, I want to know the details, I want to go to cost price, etc. I want to go to data analysis. It's all possible. So everything one C has with data, gathering, collecting, we can process it. It's mind-blowing what's possible there. You can find that, by the way, by solutions for businesses, for example. There's a lot of communication which you can find on the website itself, and you will see also, for example, truck companies that want to know what's the cost price when they go to the my data is analyzed by Power BI and Click, which is on the hood. But you go to that field after you know the basics of profit loss account. So that's not only jumping there, then you go in mountain climbing, something like this. Higher level. So is it possible? Yes. It's all under the hood. So it means that if you work with Diamond, I go to try mine. You see here that in the basics, almost all facilities are dark. Even the importing from bookkeeping systems, communication with Excel, XML, custom design, all the reports are here. So the only thing between this one and that one is that we said this is for students, this is for startups. Startups get a huge discount from us. And these are companies that, okay, want to buy it for 3 years, but I'm not sure. Just they pay this every year, every 3 years. And here they just buy it once, and then they pay 20% maintenance fee. But they don't need the consolidation. So yes, in the free version, you have 90% from the functionalities. You don't have consolidation, you don't have BI. Why? You don't need it. That's the main reason. Yeah, you have your full interaction with Excel. You have a line of reports, it's really mind-blowing. So the whole world's open. You only have to invest time and discover it, and just use what you want. Other questions? Question?
No.
No.
Oh, one more.
You can.
If you allow me. What makes Diamond FMS better than other programs like in the market?
It's not better. It's unique. It's not better. It's unique. When I was a young consultant, I was 25 years old. I had a laptop. It looked like a semi refrigerator. Yes. It had a hand label, not wheels. That made it a laptop. There were not wheels under it. Yes. So I could carry that thing to my clients, and there was one program, Lotus Notes. In that time was that Excel, but that Excel didn't exist then, in 1990, 1991. And there was no real program to calculate. After 15 years of consultancy and leading such companies, there was more programs on the market. The laptops became smaller, that's positive. There was only one problem. We had forecast programs, and they are not flexible. So you can download the software for forecasting. You are limited in the structure. You cannot change it. You are limited in the details which you want to use. So that you still need a lot of Excel there to make the right calculation, and then you're convicted to that one structure. Now, can you tell you one thing? No company is stable, static. They're flexible. So if you look to what's the real meaning is that you make a forecast, and this forecast has only value if you can compare that with your bookkeeping. You know why? It's quite simple. The first question is, why do we make a forecast? Now the answer is, I want to predict what's going to happen. On the prediction, you go to a bank and say, I want to have a loan. Or you go to your family, I want to have a loan. Or you go to, here you have oligarch. You go to some oligarch, and say, I want to have a loan. And then he says, why? And you put them some documents on the table. This is why I calculated, you get rich together. I get rich, you get more richer. And I will pay you for this. And then they say, it's okay. And after 1 year, you have to prove you were right. Because you were successful and you want to have more money. You know why? You know why?
Well, there are many reasons.
Now, yeah, it's what you learn here. There's some, so if you have a loan, way of profitability. Yeah? So you can earn more money if you get a loan. So that means if you are successful, then the next step is you want to increase your company. Costs go before the profit, so first you need again a loan. So you want to extend that loan so that you can increase your company. Got the feeling of it? Okay. The whole point is you have to prove that you were right in the first place. So that means that in the beginning this was a feasibility study, but after 1 year, this is your annual report. You overwrite it. And you have to prove that you were right in the first place, and that there is a difference. And that's why you are going to party. Yeah? If you're not right, and you get that loan, because he believed you, you think you were right, but you're not right, and you did not make a proper feasibility study. Why? You made a calculation in Excel, but the structure of your calculation is totally not comparable with your annual report. So nobody knows that you're successful, but everybody likes you, they like the profit, but you're losing money like water. Then this oligarch gives you that money, and then in this year, in the third year, you're not going to party. And it can be financially or physically very unpleasant. That's why. So that's the reason that we developed Diamond. We wanted to be sure, if we support a client and we make a feasibility study, that we are in control, that our client is in control, that he understands what she's doing, and he can check it himself, and he can start comparing his actuals with his forecast and see the differences. And also see the effects in the future. That's what Diamond does. And Diamond is also effects with a bookkeeping system. If you go to 1S, you can make every structure you want. Diamond will adapt that structure. You added lines, we added it too. Everything is possible then. Without breaking the calculation rules. Without reprogramming the cash flows. Without making any mistakes. Yeah? So, because your calculation is for 500% Hufteproof, that's Dutch. It's called fucking without mistakes. Yes? It's 100% good. You're sure that there you don't go wrong there. The only thing which go wrong is that your assumptions are wrong. You expected to do that, but it was wrong. But your calculation is right. So that means that only 50% from your risk profile is already covered. Yes. Do you know why 75% of startups go bankrupt within the third year?
Miscalculation.
Yes. Miscalculation. Even today. You know why they don't calculate up front? Because I'm talking about respectable startups which fuck up. Nobody wants that then. It's not, you don't start it up to get fucked. You don't want that. But why does it happen then? Why do you miscalculate?
They are not aware of worse programs to calculate. Maybe they just don't use proper programs to make their forecasts.
Yes. They mostly go to Excel. They make a flat calculation, income and costs. They don't understand to make a proper forecast. They don't have money to pay an accountant because he will charge you heavily for a forecast. And often they are so qualified in their ID that they're really in the clouds. They're floating. So the feet are coming loose from the air. And in Total Dream, they get applauded. They're coming in the media, they get a loan, they get a lot of positive attention. Everybody's saying, wow, you're good. Okay. Can you take away your mask? Okay, we do a game here. Can you look at him? Can you say to him, wow, you're beautiful? Can you try that? Okay, just try it. It's not true, but just try it.
I can do it.
No, you're just a victim now. So. Anyway, when all these girls in the classroom say the whole time to you, you're beautiful or you're smart, you start walking differently. Yeah? Remember what I taught you about proper walking? Well, you don't walk properly anymore. That's why startups often go bankrupt within the third year. Distraction, no skills, not knowing what's happening, that's it. And that's why we give you the opportunity to train these techniques, and that's why we have this cooperation.
Excuse me, just a question, once more. So if I understand, this program allows to stay on the ground. Well, all
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
this table. Thank you.
Yeah, because if you make the population fields calculated properly, there's a lot of fields which are already stated there, and you will be very, very sad after your calculation, because you will see that your wonderful ID in the first 4 years only costs money. So you kill your own ID already by calculating properly. That's good, because most real successful companies have been fucked up 2 or 3 times before they became successful. But the owner is not the guy who started ID. The owner is the guy who bought in the last stage the company, the buyer. And that's why startups have value in the future, because other people improve from their mistakes. These don't cost money anymore because they pay for it. Yeah? Welcome in the hard world of finance, that's how it goes. Thank you. I had a good time. You?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.